Yeah, I've not seen it either.
QO Slug?
Well, Slug is a hero that does pretty damn well against Spectre. Mid to late game, he can just run at the Spectre and try and focus her down, but is that going to be mid Slug? Is that mid Sniper?
I don't think so. I think it's mid Sniper, yeah. QO, when he plays Slug, he tends to be on the safe lane. It's just his hero. He's rather known for two heroes. One's the Ember Spirit and the other one is the Slug.
Well, let's go over these heroes and see who's picked up what. He obviously Clockwork with boots first, as well as Tango's heading up the top lane. He'll be looking to get up in the face of Earthshaker, I feel. You said it in the draft, ES is going to really have a rough time on this top lane, and Clockwork, quite the opposite. Going to have the time of his life up on this top. Then we have Shiro and the Ancient Apparition going to go on a little warding expedition. MVP standing up on the high ground, expecting an aggressive move into their jungle from Signature.Trust to try and get some deep wards in here. There's something we see quite often when you're against Chen players is the sweeping movement through the jungle and then back through just to get some wards down. Kind of similar to what we see from the Dire when they go through Radiant jungle like that. Just about, he's got the Hex, now the stun, yeah.
That's first blood.
And it goes to the way of Boombell, so they get the first kill down on the spot lane against March. Lakel's taking quite a bit of tower damage there, but he won't die to it.
Do they have a cell for him on AA maybe? No, they don't. No. So either they ferry out something. Yeah, yep, they're ferrying out a self.
Did he buy it himself? No, Shiro bought one. And that's Boombell's Tranquil Bit as well as a smoke, so they can head off towards mid lane, maybe find a kill. But that's what the Dire are doing right now. The Fisher down onto MyPro, now the Shrapnel laying down the damage and the slow headshot.
That headshot.
The triple Shrapnel though, MyPro is still alive. One more hit, yep, there we go. Can't dodge that one as he gets taken down. But that was a lot of effort just to kill that Brewmaster.
Yeah, very good rotation though by Fabi. And good Fissure overall. Didn't completely blocking him, but bought them enough time for a sniper to get into range and keep headshotting a Brewmaster.
Clockwork is almost level 5, but yeah, I was going to make a point about March, the fact that he's going Tranquils as his first item. I like Tranquils on Axe, I'm pretty sure everyone does. It's pretty much the key item you go on Axe when you're jungling, because you can drop them, clear a camp, and then pick them back up to heal up. But, like, can you think of a reason why you wouldn't buy Stout Shield?
Frankly speaking, no. Maybe it's just to rush his Tranquils even faster. Maybe he thinks the 250 gold in Stout Shield are going to delay it too much.
Do you go Stout Shield now? Because you need something to go and farm the jungle.
Also, he has to...
Ice Blast mid, K-Phoenix caught out He with a hook shot in as well. Yeah, can he get a
instant exit by Boombell. Very nice play indeed. So he couldn't get a call off.
It's only level 4 line. He's going to fall, but the promise split used by the Brewmaster. Now MyPro can try and turn things back. March does fall before being sent back to base by Nuts. And it looks like MyPro with the promise split will try and back up. Stuns QO, but he'll dark pounce that. He has Pounce in a second, catches out MyPro with the Fisher, and this is going to be more than enough. No more mana left on this Brewmaster to launch a clap or anything.
So it's not too bad overall, all things considered. They kill the Axe once again, Lakel's gets a free lane, finishes off the Vanguard, so not just a casual vitality booster, and probably looking for Radiance next day. If you're going Vanguard, then you can't really afford to get even more small items.
Oh man, he seems to be the one that's going to be targeted here. Fisher now down onto He. Spectral Horn will catch out K-Phoenix. Ice Blast Trail does land onto the sniper. Now Lakel's, are you caught out in the wrong neighborhood here? As March Berserker's Call holding the Spectre in. Chilling Touch and Echo Slam. They don't
He's really tanky though.
Yeah, Vanguard completed. They don't have anything to actually finish anybody off. He. Did anyone die there? Nobody died.
Yet. Whereas I ulti up in 15 seconds.
K-Phoenix is already...
He hits it.
They've caught the sniper once again. Battery Assault, Rocket Flare, yeah. Just throw out whatever you can. Limit the sniper's farming ability. He's got Mask of Madness on the courier, which was being delivered to him, but... as long as you can stop his item progression after Mask of Madness. And finally the Chen. Okay guys, let's make my hero useful. All I've been doing this game is healing people up. And against an AA, that's really not fun at all. Gonna wait for the Ice Blast to wear off. Try and make the most out of Hand of God and Mech. Spike, really great play by Boombell there. Catching a bunch of heroes. Mark's gonna be the first to fall with the Ice Blast applied to him. And Spectre, Lakel's haunting in. Nuts, hiding in the trees, but... can he send someone back? Did he actually use it?
Is he gonna get sniped by Fabi again? No, Fabi blinked out.
Well, QO on the... oh, the pounce! just jumping behind, catching the tailbone of Shiro there as MyPro comes in, TPs and gets. Definitely knew that he bought the relic because I saw his gold go down. He finds another kill on Sniper. How many deaths is that? 8 deaths, and Sniper has not progressed from Mask of Madness. Ogre Club doesn't really give you that much. Sure, you're trying to build into BKB, but you're still going to get caught by Hookshot Ice Blast. There's so many abilities.
Solo XP every single time as well.
Yeah, what level is Clockwork now? 14?
Link, finger.
Dead.
Yeah. Why are you so fragile indeed?
Squishy, squishy cores. There.
Oh, he is going as well, but they have a sentry where they see him.
Blink call. Febby, right place, right time, and QO going to come in here for the last hit, it looks like. Nope, March with a lucky spin. So QO not getting the last hit gold. Ice Blast going to land in the fountain, and my nuts tried so hard to dodge that. Was standing right on the edge, but wasn't lucky enough.
Yeah, it's absurd how much damage it does. It's an AA Aghanim's as well, I might add. So he's always taking him down to full. Look at it. Look at how much damage it is. It's 500 magic damage unmitigated.
Ow, ow, ow. So when you couple that up with Spectre Radiance, which he has, he's got the gold for the recipe.
Yeah, finally he does.
People are dead. 100% dead. Sniper dead. Chen dead. Slark probably dead actually. 1200 HP. That ultimate orb, sure. Maybe when he gets another one, he'll be able to survive through it. But you're dealing with Rocket Flare, Haunt, Ice Blast, Radiance Burn. So many abilities that are super annoying.
Yeah, it's essentially AA Ice Blast hits and line fingers anybody and they die. There's nothing they can do about it apart from the BKB on X, I guess.
Actually, net worth-wise, like Slark, it's surprising that he's not too far away from the Spectre. He's died 8 times, Spectre has died 5 times, but QO has managed to keep up with the net worth.
Midas Gaming.
Yep. Damn right. Let's have a look at the graph. In fact, yeah, there's still like nothing in it, XP and gold-wise. They've been pointless graphs for the majority of the game. I keep bringing them up for like a second or so, looking at them. Farming Ancient's not the safest thing, but Boombell going to give his life for this trade. Perfectly acceptable. Buyback? QO with a buyback there. March already uses BKB as he hastened up, trying to get away. Decent attempt at a pounce from QO, but he's not going to get anything from this. Maybe the AA, but that's not worth your buybacks. Spectre haunting in, looking in the back end. They're not going to get K Phoenix. The Kells was trying to get a kill on Sniper, and now he has to be awfully careful. Retreat time. Fisher, Berserker's call. Do you have the blink? The blink in from MyPro though, counteracting everything. Cyclos the chain before he can TP out. But Febby? The Echo Slam catching out the Kells to the face indeed. Nuts gonna fall to the primal split from Brewmaster. But he's the last one standing, pretty much. He is here. That Cogs isn't gonna reach the QO, I don't think. Nope. Febby returns back in. 2-man Fisher. Look, that is such great play. Putting himself in a position where he can get a double Fisher. Lock Hee in place, but also keep MyPro out of the fight. Febby does fall. Phoenix on the high ground here, just trying to blink away at Hee. MyPro.
He has hookshot up.
He's not using it though.
Oh no, he just used it. He used it on March. Sorry, I was on the wrong hero apparently. And
okay.
My bad.
So I was saying that QO's buyback not really worth a damn thing, but if Trust decides to stick around and fight, that buyback was fully worth it.
Yeah, questionable decisions were made while I'm having a lot of lags all of a sudden.
Oh dear. Laggy McLagger.
That's fine now. Just fine now. Okay. It just was a little bit of a spike.
So, Sniper, how you doing, my friend? Mask of Madness, Ogre Club, Mithril Hammer.
He's been trying to get this damn for ages.
Well, that's not the thing. He's been trying to get Mithril Hammer for the past 15, 20 minutes or something. Never mind the whole BKB. It has been a rough old game for Mr. 499. Mr. K Phoenix, buddy, you've had a rough old time with Clockwork jumping on you every single damn time. Yeah, QO. Ice Blast will fly across, but Shiro will get taken down. Where is Ice Blast landing? Nowhere.
You'd already landed mid lane.
Nowhere of importance. Roshan is up. It looks like QO signaling that out. Time to go and take the big man. Seeing as Trust have Ice Blast off the map for 45 seconds.
They have Haunt up though. And Brew split, so they have to be careful.
I'm not judging by the way that last fight went. without Ice Blast landing on them and then following up with Split and Haunt, I just don't feel like Trust have it in them. Maybe they can find a couple of pickoffs, but QO now with a Skadi Blink. March has tanked up a hell of a lot. Oh, okay. Here we go. AA buys back. The hook shot in first. Cogs. March held in place. There's no Blink Berserker's Call onto you. Phoenix. No BKB. I'm sorry. I apologize for what Trust are doing to you right now. They are marauding MVP Phoenix with a buyback from AA. And now they're going to take Roshan. Like, Ice Blast didn't even do that much. It was mainly down to the great hookshot from Hehe, locking in the Axe and stopping his aggressive plays. Yeah. Axe is one of those heroes that you kind of have to put off to the sidelines and have him counter-initiate Febby. Big Fisher, though, onto 2. Not catching Boom Bell, though. Diffusal Blade. Echo Slam will do a bit of damage to Lakels, who's just jumping over the cogs. QO, Dark Pact, and Shadow Dance. Turns it back around onto the Spectre as the hookshot completely misses there from the Clockwork. QO. What is your escape route? March is getting drained of his mana. QO jumps back in on Lakels. And then pauses the game. Lag.
Oh god.
March.
He's mid-cast damage. He should be able to kill like hell, so.
Right, what have we got here? Shiro has no defensive spells. No defensive spells or abilities on the Brewmaster. Yeah, I'm with you here.
He should be able to kill him before Line gets into range for Impale.
Like, the only thing I can see happening is Hehe getting in there and using Battery Assault.
It's not going to be fast enough. He's essentially almost through with this call animation.
What's the threshold? 550. In fact, he can just kill him now.
Yeah.
He can literally just cancel the Berserker's Call and kill him now. Oh no, that's Scepter threshold. What am I doing? 400 kill threshold. Now he can. Except he gets stunned up. Lakel's going to escape here. X as well from the line. Great saving play there.
That pause, like, there was no way he would have survived otherwise, because now they had enough time to think about, okay, Lion can come back for the Impale. Lion at that point, he was running out. He was... QO? The goal on this guy. Do they have a sentry ward?
He's got balls the size of watermelons or something. QO, it literally. Last game with the Shadow Fiend with their haste rune running into the middle of 4 heroes.
They have no reveal, they have no sentry ward.
He's gonna steal it! He's got it. No, oh great, Spike. And now the Ice Blast as well. Lion falling low from the Shrapnel. QO will find a kill here and pounces back up to high ground, but...
Oh, this is awkward.
Guess who died? Oh, okay, so when I said up to the high ground, I meant, you know, over here, so you couldn't run away, but... Jumping up onto the Spire there, not the best decision as now Febby. Dagger completely off the mark. Turns around with the Enchant Totem onto the Kells. The chase will continue. Nuts will go down for sure with the Desolate doing plenty of damage onto that Chen. Sends back the Earthshaker. The chase? The chase? Dagger off cooldown in a second.
Diffusal? No? Why not? I mean, the 2 DPS heroes were down. Could have gone for it. He's got ages anyway. Who cares? But judging by the way the game is going, he would normally probably have dived in. But they kind of want to win the game. Ulti though flying towards. Oh nuts! Get out of there, man!
Leave the base. No, he's dead. He's dead. They know it. He's actually dead. We're gonna watch this as long as no action happens anywhere else on the map. We are gonna watch the moment that Chen's heart breaks. Yep. And dead. Febby full staffing over the cliff. He's got 2 TP scrolls. 1 doesn't belong to him. 1 belongs to Lakels. Ogre Club, is that for a BKB, do you reckon?
Did Lakels pick it up? Or who did?
Febby on the Earthshaker.
Febby on the Earth... Yeah. I think it's too obnoxious against the Clockwork otherwise. Might be. Febby is having a good game, but it's just... I love Trust's lineup. I think their lineup is amazing. It's such a good Spectre lineup.
Brewmaster did go for Aghanims. I don't know when he picked that up. But
after Vlads.
Yeah, he did go for after Vlads. It's one of those things that we literally only see in Southeast Asia.
Yeah. I think it's decent in this game. I probably personally would have gone for AC, but I can understand why he does it though. I mean, Lakels is enough as a carry.
I feel like Aghanims is very good when there are multiple cores. And you just want to Cyclone one and then focus another down with the damage from the earth and fire.
Yeah.
Well, when I say multiple cores, I mean 2 cores. Because if there are 3 DPS cores, I'm not counting Axe as a core here. He's basically just an initiator. He blinks in, he calls, and he tries to do what he can. But he's not a hero that you really want to keep alive. That's in this game. That's kind of my definition of core. Like sniper and the Slark, keep them alive, keep them alive. Let them do as much damage as they possibly can. It hasn't been possible for this sniper. Does the sniper just sell magic wand and buy the BKB? one more creep hit. He's just gonna wait for the gold tick.
Yeah, he's fine. He has one more slot open, then he can use both Mithra Hammer and combine both of those, and he has a slot for his magic wand once again. But he will have BKB finally.
Unless he dies. Nope.
Unless he dies right now. I think Nuts also Warnuts on his Chen. It's kind of a thing that I see way too often on Chens that just mindlessly go for Mech Aghanim Scepter. I think your force stuff would serve them a lot better to force people out of the cogs. Mostly the sniper so far.
It just
It
feels
would
like
have helped him so much more.
feels like the Chen overall hasn't done anything. Like there have been moments of glory where his micro has been very good and mechanically he has played the Chen well.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like the Chen has fit into the overall game plan of MVP of go balls deep, kill people. Chen doesn't do that. He sends someone back who has gone too far in, but then he himself actually dies. He's kind of playing Chen as though he's a wisp.
Yeah, in a way. It's just the thing they couldn't. I mean, they were just brawling full on the whole time, and hook shot in from Hehe.
Echo Slam. Just to throw that out there as he's dying, but look at his Ice Blast. March dying. Aghanim's Ice Blast. Finger of Death now onto the Chen, taking him out of play. There's a buyback from Axe though. March re-enters the battle. But what can they do? Guo is in Shadow Dance. He's invised up. Lakel's doesn't get... Oh, great cogs there from Hehe. Forcing March into them so there's no Berserker's Call. And a full dieback there from the Axe. Slark. He does come back. Spends up his gold. Yeah.
You can actually go into the fountain and then let Dispersion kill all of them.
Ice Blast is off cooldown. He's going to throw it.
Go into the fountain. Do it. Do it. There we go.
Yeah.
Good man.
Ice Blast and one hit. Lakel's is leashed up there.
Do it. You have Aegis. Please.
It's time to take tier 3 in racks, man. Come on, they've got to take objectives. They can't go in too far without gaining anything from it.
Look, no, he's gonna lose his Aegis in. Okay, no.
Or is he the Vlad? Lifestealing back with the Drunken Haze and Drunken Brawler. GG, good game, well played. Called out there. So 1 for 1. MVP taking game 1. Trust taking game 2. Again in the MLG Pro League. 1 game apiece in this Asian division. Now, I have to find out about the next game because we were meant to have Myth. Was it Myth against 5EVER? No, it was 5EVER against Mineski. Sorry, yeah, that's right. So Miracle and Polossen's new team up against Mineski. But I have to find out if that game is going ahead or not because obviously we've been delayed today for quite some time, so that might be postponed and pushed back to another time. We'll be back in I'll be back in a couple of minutes to give you an update on that, or we'll be both back with the game if it does go ahead. I've been Durkee. You can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at DOTA. Joining me, thank you. Any shout-outs or anything?
I loved Trust Draft in this game. I think it was amazing. I think it was pretty damn good. They baited the sniper pick pretty damn hard, and MVP, they just played into their heads. After all, it was a full-on brawl. I think it was a fairly entertaining game because people were just killing each other the whole time, not caring about objectives. But Spectre was the perfect pick, I think, this game, and overall a very strong hero. Lakel's, despite a bit of a weird item build-up, showcasing the strength of the hero.
Okay, we will have at least 1 game from 5EVER versus Mineski. Possibly 2 games, but depending on server issues and Yearbeast, obviously, Yearbeast can cause quite a few problems. So we should have 2 games coming up now. 5EVER versus Mineski. We'll be back after a short break.
I believe it was Geo. Was zipping in way too much. And game 2, I think, was just a massive outdraft by Mineski themselves. I think they just outdrafted themselves. First of all, game losing brute pick. I just have to harp on it, but I think it was terrible because at that point they were still tight in the pool, and I was like, okay, they're just gonna pick Knight now, aren't they? And then once Tiny gets Aghanim's, he just clears brute waves anyway, and he can counter push and relocate back into the fight. So the brute was a game losing pick, and then the SF as well. Though the SF last pick was terrible. They probably realized, okay, we have Axe brute as cores, and we need a carry, but you don't just solo mid the SF against Tiny Wisps. He's gonna feed.
Yep.
There's nothing you can do about it. So I think
wasn't fun.
Game 2 there was absolutely 0 chances of Mineski.
Ember Spirit? It looks like it will be the Sven Wisp mid because MyPro's been playing their mid hero with the Wisp in previous games.
Stop pinging, for the love of God, seriously.
Let's run over here. We need to. Oh yeah, change back to normal vision. I still had it on dire vision. But it's like, why can't I see the offlaner?
That wasn't very successful. That tether. You can destroy a lot more trees with that.
Walks up and berserk. If QO stands too far forward, we're looking to go for it now. The war cry to allow MyPro to catch up. One stun, a couple right clicks, and QO no one for this world. Oh! He gets the first blood return. Well played.
Mm-hmm.
Well, mid lane, MyPro trying to dive behind tier 1.
Is he gonna stun? Yeah.
Look at that. He runs forward and QO has to back the hell up.
At least QO, well, he had it, but he already took it out, so there isn't too much left to do for him than to just farm it. March for now holding skill points, although he's really under-leveled though. I mean, it's mostly the supports have been rotating the whole time, and he doesn't really see line, although he died bot lane, so I'm not sure why he is only level 3. I don't get it. I think he could play way more aggressively there against Lakel's, at least getting XP. I mean, Lakel's is out-leveling over 3 levels after all.
I guess the kind of difficult thing is, with Battery Assault, you're going to rip through Flame Guard, but you're not actually going to do damage to the Ember Spirit. It's quite difficult to actually go in for a kill and harass him down, which is what Clockwork excels at. And there's no support there to go and do it to. Like, if line was there, Clockwork would be looking at the line and thinking, okay, I'm going to go up Battery and Cogs, and I'm going to try and get a kill or at least a trade. With the Ember Spirit, you don't really have that opportunity. Chen with very low HP creeps looking towards mid. Alpha Wolf and Furbog. Yeah, I seriously don't see why not. You've got 10 stick charges, you've got treads you can switch to int, and you've got Wisp with the bottle. You have unlimited mana. It's 140 mana, but why that? You see tinies, you know, Avalanche and Toss at will pretty much onto creep waves or just to harass people down to half HP. You're burning through QO's bottle charges, forcing him back to the jungle. There's literally no reason not to do this.
Yeah. It just looks a bit funky, you know? Look, oh, a Shadow Fiend, he has a stone ball to your face. Fight is just Earthshaker and Quap ulti, essentially. They have mediocre gank and pickoff with Clockwork, but since Queen of Pain didn't go for Orchid, she's lacking in that department. And they have Nastef. Essentially, their lineup doesn't really have any synergy that's screaming out to me. It's just, you know, a few heroes that are fairly good, they do decent in laning stage, but Signature.Trust, their lineup at least, they have good memory, and the blink is getting revealed there onto QO, relocate comes out, and Q is dead.
So QO trying to come back into this, picking up the Staff of Wizardry for the Yule Scepter, but not getting any closer to that. Relocate back in, Ace of Spades does have Echo Slam, it's going to be used, yep, onto Shiro. Luckily doesn't bring the Sven back in, as Sven and Lion fighting up against March, who takes down Boombell, and MyPro going to try and find some revenge here for his mate.
He really has to be careful. The Lakel's, where did he go? Oh, he's in mid lane chasing nuts. Lakel's body, no, not good.
Yeah, Queen of Pain comes in, screams him down, tells Lakel's to sit back down.
Yep. That was a bit of an overzealous thing to do, to chasing the Chen there, while he knew that the rest of the heroes were there as well. I mean, MVP could still 5-man. They still, for the moment at least, they have really strong 5-man if Signatures are not there. They might decide to go for the fight there. There's God Strength up, and Cole only catching QO.
Yeah, then the Sonic Wave catching both of them, in fact. Can the Axe get anything more from this? Nope! Rocket Flare from March with a double kill. Now K-Phoenix is still on the hunt, trying to find the Wisp. Shiro tethered up to Boombell, but he doesn't have enough HP to survive through that. Queen of Pain, Fisher to start off. Boombell has a Hex, he's got Earth Spike in... No, he doesn't have mana for it.
Yeah, all of a sudden... A few misinitiations, they needed everybody there if they wanted to take the fight. And it's overall, March is playing exceptionally well on his Clockwork. They're getting a bit of a respite and getting ever closer to his... Oh, he has it completed now, his Yule Scepter. So maybe he will be able to dodge like a Sven Stormbolt from it and then bait Signature.Trust into overextending. How far away is Fabi from his blink? 200 gold.
Oh wow, that's pretty quick. 18 minutes
good,
in.
yeah.
I guess because they've got a Chen who doesn't have really anything at all. Mech with no boots. Nuts is pretty far behind. Sure, he's ahead of the line and Wisp in terms of net worth, but the fact he's got no mobility, no mana regen or anything like that, no arcane boots, he still doesn't offer that much outside of his ulti. And Mech.
Yeah. But Blink comes out online first. Doc My Pro though, getting hookshotted. Where's the relocate?
Not in time. And now both of them are going to fall. Wisp, nothing to tether to. Gonna be an easy kill here. Who's gonna take it though? Q or March? Who are your bets on? K Phoenix possibility as well? Who gets the last hit? QO? No?
Oh,
Phoenix?
he does tether.
No?
Yeah.
March? No. I thought he'd throw out a rocket or something to steal it. CB's down towards mid. Ace of Spades has already shown off that Blink Dagger with the Echo Slam. Finding the kill on Axe. As Chen takes the last click there. 1,000 gold now up on Nuts.
Yeah. Trust once again getting a bit overconfident. The burst was just too much. And Wisp couldn't relocate the Sven out in time. But Sven very close to his BKB now.
And Ember nearly has Battle Fury, but if he gets picked off here, which is definitely a thing with that Orchid from K Phoenix.
Is he gonna channel Requiem? Okay, Sven. Where's Io?
Where's the rest of his team? Yeah, Hex down onto K Phoenix from the line. Now the Earth Spike caught QO. They've got Finger of Death. No, 20 seconds until that's back up. Now MyPro slowed down by the Shadow Strike, trying to chase down the Shadow Feed. Can they get in there in time? The Sonic Wave! Just killing that Sven.
And he has another blink up. There we go.
It looked like the Sven took multiple sets of damage from that Sonic Wave because he was running with the line of it.
Apparently, it looked really odd, I have to say. And that's going to be a tier 2 tower as well, uncontested. So back and forth game overall. Just fully based upon momentum so far. And K Phoenix is riding it.
Well, it's the weird way that Sonic Wave works. It does kind of like blocks of damage. So it goes out in a cone, but it does blocks of damage like that. So if you're running fast enough through these blocks of damage, you can actually get hit multiple times.
Oh, Boombell, buddy, you're really, really low.
Chen creeps? No! Oh, okay, the right click finishes him off. Searing Chains? No, not in time. The kills. Orchid, silent stop. He in here with the Berserker's Call. Chen creeps, giving so many more targets. He does miss the Culling Blade, but Nuts will be the second to fall. MVP sticking around just a little bit too long. Chen Army will get cleared up here as well as Lakells has given up on Battle Fury. This is the game of switching item decisions. He's going into Manta style.
Yeah, after seeing the Orchid coming out from the Queen of Pain, who's also very close to Aghanim Scepter now, and already level 16. It's really fast. I mean, she got many, many kills. You have to as Queen of Pain as well. And the hero only really functions if you're ahead. If you're behind as Quap, the hero just suffers. Kyo with an Invis Rune might think of going for the solo kill there. He could... does he have ultimate up? No, 5 seconds. But they still go for it.
Right clicks.
Yep.
Throw out some raises there as well now. QO has an Invis Rune. He's also got the Yule's Blink, so he could potentially go into an aggressive position now and always have the opportunity to Cyclone himself and blink backwards after the Requiem has been channeled and thrown
he
out.
might find Boombell here. If he finds Boombell, then he's dead. He can get one shot.
Well, Boombell's going to find the Courier, but...
No, he's not.
He gets one... Well, he finds it. He gets one hit out before he dies.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yes, Axe. Axe, that's it. You cling onto your stomach because that hurt a lot, but you got out of there alive, buddy. You should be pretty damn happy about that.
Oh, he definitely should be. That was a miss by K Phoenix. Maybe it's the new DOTA pathing that's screwing him up there, but that should have been a clear kill on Axe.
But instead it's 2 for 0.
Yeah.
Sven, now with Mask of Madness, was allowed to escape with the Wisp, who looks like he's building into a pretty late mech there. 26 minutes in and he's just picked up a chainmail, but you've still got Boombell, who has Blink Tranquils, more than enough item-wise for that Lion. That's pretty much where you're happy as Lion, right? I've got Blink, Tranquils, I've got level 3 Mana Drain. But nevertheless, level 2 Finger of Death.
The biggest issue is still Lakells so far. He's so underfarmed. He has the Manta Star now, but Lakells has overall really been using his remnants rather liberally. He's been using to farm as well, which I'm not a big fan of.
They're going to find the Queen of Pain, stunned up after a Hex. Now the BKB from MyPro going to allow him to survive through Requiem, but March, hookshot's in. MyPro now can cleave through 3 of them, in fact, as the Yules from someone.
What a big call!
Yeah, big call onto 3. Culling Blade actually lands first onto the
mana for Culling Blade. Nice sendback by the Chen, saving the Earthshaker, and another call missed there by He, but the more important one was the one previously, and it was just, that was a, once again, overconfident play there by MVP. K Phoenix just walking up the ramp, into a lion, and if you get caught by the Hex first, there's no way you're surviving as Queen of Pain, no matter if you have BKB or not.
I don't know if I was lagging or if something weird happened, but Shadow Fiend was BKB'd and then got used.
He used himself.
You can't use yourself when you're BKB.
Can't you? Because you can force stuff yourself.
Yeah, you can force, because they changed that, so you can, there's a mechanics changing so you can force stuff yourself, because people like Omni Knight would repel, mid lane, Ace of Spades, getting caught up by Lakels, they've got a bit of damage here, but the Yules, and then the Blink possibly, yep. Actually, sandbag from Chen, well timed.
Sandbag, that's a nice little, nice searing chains as well, but not sure if they're gonna chase, since MVP Phoenix, their heroes are reviving, and there's no need for Signature.Trust to once again overextend and throw away the little, the little advantage they just gained from that fight. Well, Sven got Crystallis. Yep.
Oh, I'm wrong. You can, you can now use yourself while you're magic immune. That confused me. So I just saw BKB shining all golden, flying up in the air, cycloned up.
Yeah, it does look a bit weird. But
when was
I don't know.
When was that changed?
Wasn't it the same with 4 stuff? The same time?
6.81. It was changed. So quite recently.
It's still quite recently, yes. That's because we are kind of, old school players in that regard.
I really did not know that. Oh, wow. The more you know.
The more you know. You always kind of find out many different things. And Dogby Pro, he's on the high ground. Where's Wisp? Wisp
My Pro, he's going to get scattered out here. Ace of Spades, the Orchid, he's going to have to BKB. My Pro Sven is losing far too much AP. Gets relocated out, so BKB wasted. Relocate used defensively. Now Wisp going to have to give up his life to save his
Although
teammate.
you might bring him back. Lakels, he does put a remnant in.
Do you think they come back into this? Right into the cogs? No. He is here with the Shivas, but it looks like Shiro is going to fall.
Could have gone worse for Trust, but Sven getting relocated out. Kyo is still on the chase. Typical Kyo things, really. Doesn't really care. Is he gonna blink forward and use somebody? Lakels? Oh, he didn't have a defensive remnant there.
MVP with their BKB suddenly say, well, your damage is meaningless to us. We're just going to right-click you down to death pretty much. K Phoenix with the Acronyms upgraded ultimate as well. Off cooldown in 30 seconds after just being used. Net worth-wise, though, I just brought up the graphs before the fight. MVP had a good 12,000 net worth lead. That was brought down to 2,000 over the space of 10 minutes or so. Experience-wise, brought down to 0, so Trust with, a couple of good plays over the past 10 minutes. MVP with a couple of misplays, I'd like to say. Just being a little bit over-aggressive, like K Phoenix getting caught in the jungle, I think is one of the key ones there that Trust managed to find a kill out onto the Queen of Pain. But MVP still feel like they hold the power in this game.
They do, especially with the recent death. Once again, it's a misplay by the Celts. He had no defensive remnant prepared. Otherwise, he could have gotten out. The Orca did come out. He instantly mantis, but he had no remnant to jump to.
Down here. Now he's got a granite golem. my camera just swung to the underbelly of the granite golem. He doesn't have any genitals. I can confirm. But yeah, back to mid lane. Fisher down to my Pro. They've got the stomp from the centaur, but they're not following this up with anything really. Chen creeps. There we go. March with Oak shot in. Catching out my Pro. Yep. They will get the wisp though.
They just weren't too sure, but Lakels is there though.
Lakels stunned down, held in place. Now the echo from the Earthshaker, but Lakels manta up. He's going to escape out of here as he and my Pro are in the midst of the actual fight. March getting cleaved down. Look at my Pro, the damage, the crits. But it's just not enough to take them both down as QO yields himself up defensively to survive through the onslaught that was happening inside of those cogs. Boom Bell, right click down by the Queen of Pain as MVP have another decent fight. They lose a couple of heroes, but no one too important. Shadow Fiend and Queen of Pain still alive. Chen still with a couple of creeps. Where is his granite golem? Where is the big golem? Did it die?
Get taken out?
That's pretty nuts.
Like, he might have just died in random AoE. I mean, Sven does cleave for quite a lot of damage.
Yeah, true.
Well, at least they don't get any objectives so far. So, and even just in case, he has buyback.
The net worth graph has been an absolute roller coaster ride.
Yeah, it's been all over the place.
We've got
both teams sometimes just going overextending, having some questionable plays. I don't really know what the Metro Hammer on Lakel's is for. It might be Desolator. It might be a late game Maelstrom.
BKB?
I hope not.
I don't see why you'd make a BKB here, because you have Manta style, there's not too much magic damage, like...
What's killing him at the moment is SF, pretty much.
Scardian right clicks. Desolator, I guess?
Desolator is a good item over on Ember.
Well, they're having lanes pushed in, so Maelstrom would make sense, but a second Battle Fury would be so much more effective.
I think so. Also, Daedalus would be good. I think if he can get a few crits off himself, and just Crystalus into Daedalus would also be in good shot. But he does go BKB, which I hate. You already have a defensive item in Manta.
Well,
I can kind of understand it, since it's if he wants to. The thing is, you can't stand in right click anyway as Ember. You know, you can only stand on backlines. It's not how you're supposed to play Ember. You can't walk up to the SF and start trading right clicks with him.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure this out, because there's not even that much magic damage. There's Earthshaker and Clockwork. Queen of Pain and Sonic Wave goes through Magic Community anyway, so that's just out the window altogether. Scream of Pain doesn't do that much damage at this point in the game. It's
okay, Phoenix is dealing more with right clicks than an AC.
Yes.
Oh god, DD, SF, goodbye Roshan.
Oh, buddy. How much armor does he have? 4 minus 5. It's not that bad. I thought it would be a lot lower. The fact they have Presence of the Dark Lord and AC.
That seems to be weird though, it should be lower. Maybe it's just not showing properly. I mean, since Presence of Dark Lord is 6 armor, right? Minus 6, and then K-Phoenix minus 5, that's minus 11.
I just want to see on a creep whether both buffs apply, or both debuffs apply.
Okay, Fabi jumping onto the axe there, using him.
BKB from
Hook shot.
It's available, but he's not got the time to use it. He's lost all of his HP already.
Yeah.
Sonic Wave, Queen of Pain, gonna try and go and take down Boombell, which he will do successfully. Lakel's on the chase, but he's used Manta. BKB is still available in case he gets silenced up. Febi comes in with the Fisher. Lakel's BKB gonna try and remnant back, but
God, that was such
Phoenix.
an awkward remnant.
March caught in the cogs with my pro, getting slammed into the ground by Sven. But look at the right clicks from the Queen of Pain, just has to blink into a little cubby hole, hide away in the trees somewhere, not even needed. As they slow down Hee. Scotty slowing down the axe, hold him in place, right click him down, 2 more raises. No problems whatsoever. Sven brought back.
Axe as well, and there was a dieback. And without Axe, I don't think they can fight at all.
Sven with the Vitality Booster, not increasing his damage output at all, just trying to get some more raw HP. The Ancient Black Dragon. Who are you chasing? What's your goal here? As Yule's used on Lakel. Sonic Wave across 2, the Wisp and Sven both goes out. But yeah, this is what I was saying. K-Phoenix can literally just go and hide somewhere in the trees, and there's no real way for Trust to actually blink onto him.
Look at him just going onto the Sven, and he has to pop BPG defensively since he doesn't have God Strength to keep fighting. Boombell does come in. Handover comes out as well. K-Phoenix, he's rather tanky. He has BKB up as well.
Yeah, they're just running Trust ragged here. Lakel's has no remnants left. He's got 1 now. Will he use it aggressively? I bet he will. Looks like QO tries to turn around onto Boombell.
And that's ages. They just spend so much time and they finally bring the SF down and realize it's only in ages.
The thing is though, MVP have been fighting around these bot racks for so long and they didn't actually take an objective. Once again, they win a long drawn out team fight where they come out victors and they force buybacks. But taking advantage of that has been a little difficult.
They might still do it. Kyo is currently hitting on it. Okay, Phoenix is really low though. He has to get earned up by the Chen. And doesn't look like they're gonna initiate. Fabi is just deterring them from doing so. Lifting Pop Lakel's. He has to make something happen, but Rexes are still gonna fall eventually. With Sven not wanting to go in without his Wisp.
And then Shadow Fiend pretty much has Butterfly completed. Eagle Song picked up on himself, while the rest of the components already on the courier.
I mean, this is already reaching territory where it's pretty much almost impossible for MVP to lose this game.
Ember Spirit is like, if Ember Spirit wasn't in this game, well, in fact, if Ember Spirit and Sven weren't in this game, I would say it's game over, called GG. But the fact that they have 2 heroes which can cleave through creep waves, can defend high ground, and potentially can win team fights with a little bit of RNG luck from Sven. The crits can potentially be the difference between losing and winning this game. But it is incredibly difficult.
It is very difficult. I think the Vitality booster is absolutely terrible. He's trying to go for hard. It does pass by his God Strength, but it doesn't do anything for his armor. He needs more attack speed as well. At the moment, they can lock people down, but Sven gets stunned like 1 or 2 times, and he can't get enough hits off. He needs to hit more. Kyo, though, might run into the axe. Oh, he's gonna blink into them, in fact. Where's the call? There we go.
Yeah, Reckless Soul already used. No, gonna throw it out now, Lakells.
Use God Strength, you fool. God Strength? No? Okay.
He uses it now, gets used up into the air. He's gonna try and turn and fight here. QO just managing to get back.
Late.
One more hit, Culling Blade, in fact, but Sven dead and down for the count. No buybacks on these heroes. God Strength not used early enough by the Sven. And Lakells is the last one standing. Phoenix finds him, silences him, and March pushes Lakells closer to the base as Femi comes in with an ultra kill to seal the deal. GG, well played is called. MVP with their new roster, taking game 1 up against MLG, who had been looking pretty dominant up against Mineski earlier on, but no tiny wisp for them in this game. We'll have to see how they do in game number 2, which will be coming up shortly. For an early, go for an early level 1 smoke up through the jungle, try and find some kills before the game even starts, and TA for exist. So probably Brewmaster for Fly there. Brewmaster off lane is where this hero has pretty much been relegated to. Doesn't see mid or safe lane play anymore at all. Also, worth pointing out, Effing Mad is standing in for Meepond here, playing on that Ancient Apparition. And the last game, well, the last 2 games in fact, up against M5, you could definitely feel his presence. You could see the pings out on the map where he was making calls, telling Meepo to back off, or telling people where he was standing, making sure that he, like, you could almost hear him through his actions in game. It was really nice to see, and he was playing Dazzle that game, this game, so he's not going to have the same defensive capabilities as he did before, but
5 seconds
a lot more aggression for this Meepo lineup. Now level 6, kill, kill, kill. Now it's kind of like, well, I'm winning this lane, but Shadow Fiend always has the opportunity to dip back into the jungle, take some stacks down, and okay, I knew that lane was going to be hard, but Hani getting caught out there. Not even Fisher needed. As Yol finds first blood, Berserker's cool, not even skilled up, battle hunger enough to bring Hani down, and it's like too busy talking about this mid lane as exist. Does get a Fisher blocking him off. G with a level 2 in Razors. Could have gone for another click there, but with the bottle on exist, it's not really worth expending your mana on a little bit of hero damage when you can be pushing this lane out. Keep the lane pushed towards the tier 1 tower, force exist to miss out on experience and gold. That's exactly what G's doing. Exist is going to miss out on what, 3 creeps here? 4 creeps? Earthshaker, fair enough. Sand King even, fair enough. Get some of that XP, but it's a really experience you would love to give to Exist, who's only level 2. Jotham now, sentry down. No Observer Ward though. They do have an Observer of their own, spotting across the cliff, seeing when the Sand King is moving in, because that one move from Mad where he ran over and nearly got the Boris strike down on G. That's a heart and throat moment. That's where you start getting scared for your life, because one melt strike and you lose a lot of your HP. Fly tries to de-ward this little sentry, but not quite. Doesn't eat through the trees, doesn't find a placement with that. The count will spawn at the 3-minute mark though, so perfectly fine for him. It's just that these 2 heroes, AA and Sand King, quite level reliant. They've got, oh, that's really unfortunate. Usually, I guess one of the main warding spots nowadays is in this area. You either put it in between the trees here, or Magic Bush has seen a resurgence of play. But to de-ward that camp, quite often, what we'd see people do is cut down this tree here, place a sentry in its place, and that basically de-wards this entire area. So you would have been able to see that ward. That Observer Ward has got so much value blocking this camp. AA and Sand King aren't going to be hitting level 3, they're not going to be hitting level 6 anytime soon. So Mad is now on zoning duty up against the Doyle and his Phoenix, level 4. In fact, let's take a look at hero levels. Level 1 Earthshaker is kind of to be expected. He's definitely found his place as a sitting role in Dota nowadays. He roams around, maybe tries to find a kill here and there, but most of the time the Fisher is defensive. You sit behind your mid-core and you stop gangs from the roaming duo. So in this case, Sand King and AA would be looking to maybe smoke up and go towards the mid lane to try and find a kill onto the Shadow Fiend, but it just isn't possible with the Earthshaker there. So it's a good pickup all round defensively, and then later on in the game when he gets Blink Dagger offensively, he can bring a lot to the table. Hani gonna get stunned up here by Yol. Nope. Just getting some right clicks down, but the crit. Hani swipes down Yol there with one hit, taking about 100 HP off him. And doesn't take too much damage himself. Drunken Brawler there, allowing him to dodge a few from Lion. Also, Staff Shield does help out when Lion doesn't have the greatest base damage. He got buffed, but he's still a ranged imp support. Lining up. He's ready to aim. Fisher going to land first. Earth Spike to follow. They don't even need Supernova. Sudoi might just dive across and Supernova now just to catch out some supports or CPs in because Exist is here. Supernova gets used. Exist lowered attack speed. Can't turn around for the kill. Can't finish off that egg.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Mad
attack.
is level 6, but he's gone for a 3-3-0-0 as his skill range because Epicenter isn't that useful this early on into the game. Brewmaster once again gets picked off at top lane.
Radiant's
The Blink
bottom tower is under
making
attack.
its initial reveal as BZZ goes for the Blink Call and a death by Shadow Fiend. As we look back down to bot lane, Mad ring around the Rosie with the Phoenix just diving across. Exist might be able to find a kill here. There's no more Supernova and no more dive. Mad with the Sapstorm. We'll find the last hit. But that's the first kill of the game now for Meepone. Second kill with Axe going down to Weeha. So, okay, they're making things happen. They know that they're behind. Net worth wise, they're a deficit of 4,000. Experience wise, they're trying to bring it back from 4,000. They're getting a couple of kills here and there, but overall, VP have dominated these lanes.
Dire's middle tower
If
is
they
under
start
attack.
grouping up as 4 or 5, Shadow Fiend probably going to go for the mech as his first item of choice. Though when you sit on 2600, you kind of expect something different to be built up by him. Because mech doesn't cost that much. Maybe we see a straight up BKB rush. I don't feel that's too effective against the heroes that Meepone have. The minus armor from Maelstrike, the
Dire's
sniper with the
middle
right
tower
clicks.
is under attack.
All that's really going to stop is the initial damage from Burrow Strike, maybe the Ice Blast. We'll find out what G decides to go with his 3,000 gold that he's built up. It's not like that. It's not like he goes for Dagon or something here, is it? It feels like the kind of oh, okay, Shadowblade.
Radiant's
That makes a lot
bottom
of sense.
tower is under attack.
10 minutes in, treads Shadowblade on this 2-0 SF. I always forget about SF Shadowblade. The amount of times that in recent times we've seen Yule's Blink, Yule's BKB,
Radiant's
or
top tower
Mech
is under
BKB,
attack.
you know, a combination of one of those. Oh boy. Oh boy, Fly. One hit, one raise. Pretty much all it took to take down that poor old ancient apparition as Yol finds Weeha. Jukes into the trees now. The Fisher does land, but there is a Finger of Death in fact. They could have turned that back around onto Weeha. Exist. Going for the chase, but the sniper culling bladed down by BCC on the axe. Exist with a DD. Mel Strike with 2 more clicks. Will not finish off BZZ as Yol comes in with a Finger of Death. Honey, Primal Split is available. Mana being drained. They get the kill. Don't score not quite fast enough. Yol. BZZ, in fact, trying to go for the big plays, but gets turned around on by Mad's Burrow Strike. And now the Primal Split trying to do as much work as it can. Focusing down on killing the Lion, but one raise from G takes down Magicka. Sand King. Even in your Sandstorm, you've got no route of escape here. There's no further stun from the Earthshaker of the Lion, so they can't lock down the Brewmaster as he retreats. But once again, we look at these supports. Mad, sure enough, making the plays there with the Burrow Strike, not allowing the Brewmaster to go down, but they don't do much with it. They get a kill on the axe. They lose like 4 heroes. The AA isn't even level 6 yet. Not even level 6. 11.5 minutes in. You're barely level 5.
Dire's middle tower is
There
under
is always
attack.
the possibility, though, once Sand King gets Blink, once the AA gets his level 6, that Exist and Hani can go hunting people down. Meepone aren't that item dependent, I want to say. They've got the abilities and skills that can find them kills and win them team fights. Blink daggers on the majority of their heroes will obviously prove to be an added extra and can turn the tides of fights. But if Meepone position themselves well in the fog or utilize smoke to try and find pickoffs here, if VP overextend themselves and get caught out, like if BZZ gets stunned up before he gets the blink call onto someone, then they can find fights. But G with a Shadow Blade. walking in, scouting out where the Brewmaster is. The blink call, they found Hani. Exist is hidden, melded up there, but great stun from Johnson. Locking in Hani. Brewmaster with no way to go. Sudoy diving in behind the tier 1 tower there. Supernova will actually get launched as PCZ blinks in and calls onto the sniper. Great kill there. Now Culling Blade taking down the AA. Ultra kill for BZZ on his axe. He has mana for one more. Rampage BZZ. Axe finding the plays. Great Berserker's call to start things off. And one after the other, Meepone fall. No positioning would ever bring you back in that team fight. No positioning whatsoever. Exist, great little spot. Fair enough. You're going to try and find a pick-off as they retreat, but VP, we're never going to retreat from that. Sudoy looked like he was being caught out under the tier 1 tower. Crushing everyone in sight. 3 for 15 right now as Shadow Fiend. 13 minutes in, 8,000 net worth. The world is his oyster. BKB nearly done after Shadow Blade. That is, that's a pretty hefty net worth lead right now for VP. Same with the experience, like they're looking at 10k by 13 minutes. Fly on this Ancient Apparition, not even level 6 yet. Ice Blast. It's a dream right now. It's a distant dream. Exist with Treads and Bottle. Treads really is like a comeback item on TA. It's one that you need to go for rather than you want to go for. Face Boots is the opportune item, is the more optimal one. They do have Blink or Mad. Level 9 Sand King with 1 point in Epicenter. They'll be able to try and turn fights around at tier 1 towers if they get the opportunity. But it's like I was saying before that team fight at bot lane kicked off. VP have to overextend massively. Which they might do now. They're heading into the jungle. Looking easy one for VP. Shrapnel gets thrown down, just slowing people. Triple shrapnel there onto them. Yolvo. Forward the Hex. Jotum. Fishes down. Exist should have a pretty free reign out here. Oh, the Epicenter blink. Mad fighting a double Burrow Strike there as they get 3. Shadow Fiend gonna respawn in 1 second's time. Supernova is laying down now. The Echo Slam from Jotum. Catching Exist. Sentry Ward to spot him out. Supernova catches Hani just as he comes back from the Primal Split. G doesn't have a blink though. Closing the gap on Hani is pretty difficult. Sudoy, the aggressive dive, turning it around, Exists with the Melt Strike. Can they get enough damage down onto the Phoenix? Doesn't look like he can. 2 clicks from G takes down Exist. Exist with the no attack speed from Fiery Spirits. Just couldn't get the damage out. But the play from VP, going up high ground with no vision of where you're going or where the enemy are. Mad with the level 2 Epicenter, catching 2 with a Burrow Strike. Great for them. Take Aegis the Immortal. Axe gets caught out before he can blink and Berserk to call anyone on Meepone. So VP have to be careful where they go, where they have vision. Aggressive wards like this are great because you're going to be looking to try and take towers, but entering the enemy jungle... Entering the enemy jungle is a risky maneuver. Finding kills like that onto the AA is always going to be great because you're just completely stopping any farm progression he has. So Exist is going the route that I was saying. Pad out your stats. Brace her up for him.
Radiant's top tower
Fail up for the Sand King. It's all eggs in the Sand King basket right now. Mad has to pull out the big plays. Even Hani is going back for Phase Boots. Knows he can't get Blink Dagger in a reasonable time, so he's going to go for a little more movement speed. Try and be maneuverable with your hero rather than with your items. Sudoy is ready and waiting to try and pick off Exist here. Refraction's down. Now, Blink from BZZ might actually just be thrown out here, but looks like it's Battle Hunger first. Get through that second refraction charge. 10 seconds until that's back off cooldown and tier 1 tower. GGG. BKB Shadow Blading Yasha up on him. So much damage. Hani goes forward with the clap, and BZZ finds the Berserk's call onto Hani. Sand King does have Epicenter, but he can't blink forward. Burrow Strike onto BZZ. Axe does take a lot of damage, but G with a triple kill. Requiem and raises, rampaging through Meepone. Dire gets the tier 1 tower, not G. Unfortunately, couldn't get the right click in there, but Meepone are being torn apart at the seams here by VP. as Exist, the blink from Yol. The Circus Call catches that Exist as he is torn a new one by the Fisher landing from the Earthshaker.
Under attack.
Tier 2 tower. Tier 2, Tier 2. Defense from the opponent, not a possibility. Tier 3, I don't think it's that time. Basically because it's 21 minutes into the game and Meepwned are all respawning now. Sure enough, Epicenter is on cooldown, so you can potentially just walk up here and try and take it. But Ice Blast is something you have to try and deal with. Primal Split is still there. And then there's things like Assassinate, Shrapnel. They're all abilities that limit your potential to go up to high ground and take tier 3. So it looks like VP, they'll back up. They'll take the easy route. Head back to the jungle, farm up, stop Meepwn from having a way back into this game. And take the tier 2 at bot. Do they have enough to kill Hani straight off the bat? If they blink Hex? I'd even say you want to keep the Hex till later. They get the Berserker Skull first. Now the stun lock. Hani, Culling Blade gonna miss the threshold, but still, godlike streak for G. The damage just was too much. As Hani overstepping his boundaries there, trying to farm a little bit too far outside of the safety of his base.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
It doesn't do the same amount of damage that it previously would when he was on mid lane. Yol, 4-staff blink, looking to play aggressively here. They don't know Mad is hiding in the tree, or do they? Do they know? Mad is going to channel up Epicenter, blink forward, catches G off guard. G is down for the count. Ice Blast landing on his head as TA finds that final last hit. Mad now dropped down by the Phoenix and his mid-ult Supernova. Can they find anything further? Exist? Meld, hide, run. In the trees. Simba being chased down though. Earth Spike, Culling Blade on cooldown, but they don't really need it. A couple of right clicks here from Axe. No spins necessary. As they get a 2-for-1 trade. G going down is a pretty big effort there from Meepwned. I'm pretty sure VP were even picking out the fact that, I don't know if that was Sniper or the Axe that was picking out that Sand King or someone was hiding across the trees.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Like you're just losing buildings here and not actually getting anything from it. If you're waiting for that perfect jump, VP are not going to give it to you. In fact, VP smoked up, they're ready to actually try and initiate themselves. Fisher down, not going to land. Linking forward, BZZ found the Sniper, they close the gap. Culling Blade takes him out, buyback now from Weehar. The Primal Split is in the middle of the fight. Cycling up with Shadow Fiend, that's the best option there. As Assassinate lands on Sadoy. They've got enough right click here possibly. Nope. Brewmaster Split doesn't do jack shit. Supernova lands. Doesn't do any damage or stun, but still. Sadoy, Epicenter, Ice Blast, does catch 2. Magicka with the plays. Flying. Doesn't manage to catch the big heroes though. As G and BZZ just turn around and say, well, you got our support, so what? BZZ finally does go down, the Sniper's assassinate. G will respawn, can he make his escape? Radiant Sentry and Dust both used here. G, no BKB. Mad, blink, Forest Strike, they catch him. They've got the Sandstorm as well. 4-staff, great play there by Yol, but Hani getting ready to try and turn things around. Requiem not available, G with the damage. Finds the kill down onto Hani. But he's still going to die. Mad nearly loses his life there in return. Great defense though. Epicenter Ice Blast almost perfectly on mark. If it had been a little bit shorter and caught this area here, that would have been spot on. That meant that the Axe and the Shadow Fiend would have been nuked into oblivion by the Epicenter, but instead it caught this area here where the 2 supports were standing. Still though, the Sniper, when he bought back, still managed to get lots of damage down onto BZZ. Keeping him in the back end of the fight so he can't reinitiate with Blink Dagger, definitely a great play. But you're buying back on heroes like Sniper who need to keep their item progression going. They need that BKB. They need to keep that GPM flowing. Okay, I have, Honey, you okay? It's one of those moments where you go into ult chat and say, okay, lol, because you just got obliterated by the Shadow Fiend. Just wiped off the map. 1 Requiem of Souls and you're dead. Level 15 Brewmaster. He was trying so hard to get to his level 16 as well. Force Staff was actually his item, so he's not going for auras. Definitely not going for the Aghanims, which I mentioned not really the best item of choice this game. Or at least at this stage in the game. He's so far behind, it's not coming back. Earthshaker, no blink for him. He has been left high and dry by the rest of his team, who have millions of gold in Swiss bank accounts, while Earthshaker living, not really in poverty, but he's like a middle-class guy roaming around with these rich posh kids. So looks like VP. Glyph has been expended, so they'll take their melee racks with ease. G just right-clicking that down until it is destroyed. And then back up, objective acquired. And VP is just chokeholding this game right now. Farm up the Radiant jungle so that there's no way for the sniper or anyone to go and get some farm. They have to farm lanes and they've got to be afraid of getting picked off by Axe Blink Call. I'm wondering what Shadow Fiend goes next. He is pretty stacked. Item slot wise, he has Treads to sell and turn into Boots to travel. Shadowblade, I guess you could swap out for something bigger like Daedalus. But peaking. G is definitely peaking with 26,000 net worth. BKB has been used 3 times, so he's down to 7 seconds now on that duration. And Roshan's been scattered out, so VP will start TPing down to the spot lane. Axe can't though. Axe cannot get up there. Get down there even. And it looks like Meepon want to try and pick someone off. They know that the Axe is here. They know they just saw him, but he's waiting for his TP to come off cooldown. 15 seconds, he'll jump through the forest. It looks like he'll just run down there. Ice Blast will scout this out though, so Meepon will at least have an inkling of what's happening. There's no way. Absolutely 0% chance that their heroes can go and take this. So they'll look for the trade. Glyph used on the tier 1. Roshan's dead. TPs? Does VP defend this? Looks like they do. Magicka, Force Staff, forward and gets called by the Axe. It looks like Mad is just down for the count. Culling Blade not going to be enough because he did just before the threshold. But now Hani, Battle Hunger, and called again. Jotum has Enchant Totem and Echo Slam if they really need it, but with the Sunray, Sudoi double kill. 2 heroes from Meepon down, 1 tower destroyed by them, but they lose Roshan and 2. Defense of their base right now is of utmost importance. And now G being healed up. That percentage-based heal is pretty ridiculous when you've got a tanky Shadow Fiend with a whole bunch of strength. Sanjin Yasha and Scouty definitely helping out there. Mad positioning himself. Force Staff and Blink at the ready. Epicenter level 3 with the Veil. Exist though kind of has to just go and bait things out. It's as though Exist is like the explosive sheep. He runs in and he dies. But that at least gives the Brew stacking an AA to launch target. Oh, Exist. Flank forward for BZZ. Berserker's call onto 1 Exist. Finger of Death. Will it take it down, BKB? 1 more hit. Culling Blade, in fact, finishes off the TA. Mad still has Epicenter. Can he find the play, though? Because everybody's dying. Magicka does find the decent burst strike on his toy, but he's going to try and bail now. There's no actual continuation of this team fight as G finds Weeha. No buyback for you. VP on a dominating streak here, ripping through Meepon's base. Fortification is used. They've got to try one last time. They have to attempt to defend their base with Epicenter and Ice Blast. Otherwise, this game is just over. In fact, Weeha calls GG. Echo Slam just being thrown out there. Why the hell not? Mad with a big Epicenter. Killing 1, but good game has been called. So in the end, that series ends 1-1. Meepon did actually find game 1 earlier on in this week, but VP coming out hard and strong, taking game 2. Great performance all around, but most importantly, G on that Shadow Fiend. My God. Gotta watch that replay back. Destroying Exist on that TA. Anyway, coming up shortly, we have Virtus.pro going up against 4 Anchors and Sea Captain. In a couple of minutes, I think they've been waiting for us for quite some time. But I've been DOTA. Follow me, check me out on Twitter and Facebook. Hopefully you guys are enjoying yourself and enjoying the games that we've been doing today. Over on the other channel, on Daily Motion, we've got the JD Masters happening. I'm not sure who's playing over there, but we've got multiple streams going through from the JD Studios. Catch you in a couple of minutes.